Welcome to this Selenium WebDriver tutorial on Selenium Java Excel read and Selenium data-driven framework using Java. It is simple to read Excel file in Selenium Java if you know how. How to read data from Excel sheet in Selenium WebDriver using Java? I will show it to you using a Selenium Java framework. The steps on how to read Excel file in Selenium WebDriver are: first, I will link the Excel sheet to the Selenium framework. The second step is the framework parameters are input to Selenium WebDriver. And the third step is the framework will run the Selenium software test case once for every row in the Excel sheet. This way you can read data from Excel using Selenium. Before I show you how to use Excel file in Selenium Java framework, this is the web page that I will use for testing. So you can go to my blog, Software Testing Space. The link is in the bottom of the description, and there is a link for demo web application. Demo web application is called Journey Planner, and basically it has a couple of text boxes and a select drop down. So for example, here I can put that I want to travel for 1000 miles and the average travel speed is going to be 100 miles per hour, and I want to travel for 2 hours every day. So if I click on the calculate travel days button, it will show me how many days it would take to complete this journey. So it says total travel days is 5 days. In this Selenium Java tutorial, it should read Excel data in Selenium. Every time the test case runs, Selenium with Java will take one Excel row. For example, it will take this row. So in the first row of the test case, the distance will be 1000, speed will be 100, travel time will be 2 hours per 24 hours, and the expected result will be 5 days. The Selenium WebDriver with Java test case will be run once for each row in this Excel sheet, whether there are 3 rows of test data or 100 rows of test data. Let me show you how to read Excel file in Java using MaxTAF Cloud, the free Selenium framework using Java. So I created a free account in MaxTAF Cloud and I'm going to log in now. And I can use an existing project or create a new project. So I'm going to use an existing project and click on the add case button. Now I'm going to call the test case as Selenium Java Excel read and choose the template as the default Selenium Hello World and click on the create button. The MaxTAF Cloud has created the case. Now here I need to link the Excel file to the MaxTAF Cloud framework. So I need to set up the params here. So click on this edit icon and here I have to set up the parameters. So within Selenium Java, I am going to call my parameter for the first test data distance as d. So in the framework I have to link this to the Excel sheet. So I am going to write d is equal to dollar and open curly brace mx for MaxTAF dot data driven dot name dot, and now I have to give the column header in the Excel sheet. So in the Excel sheet the column header is distance like this and close it with a curly brace. Similarly, I can set up the param for speed. So I'm going to copy it and paste it here. So my second param is speed and the name of the column header in the Excel sheet is speed. Then I have to set up the parameter for travel time. I'm going to call it just T here in params, and in Excel sheet the column was travel time. And the fourth parameter was for the expected result. I am going to call it E, and in Excel sheet it was, the column header was expected result. Then click on save button here, and it says case is updated. This completes the step of linking the Excel sheet to framework parameters in Java, how to read from Excel. Now let me show you the Selenium Java example. Now in the demo web application journey planner, let me inspect these text boxes. So right click on it and click on inspect, and here the ID of this input box is distance, and for the speed input box it is speed, etc. So let me copy this link and switch to MaxTAF cloud. Now MaxTAF has already created the test case with sample code. I can click on the script tab and scroll to the bottom. So here is the test method. I don't need all this code, so I will just delete it. So after driver.manage.window.maximize, to maximize the browser window, there is driver.get that should navigate to the demo web application. So I am going to paste the link. Next I am going to put a single line comment to find the elements. The single line comment starts with 2 forward slashes in Java. Find elements in Java Selenium. So first I have to find out the distance input box. So for that, web element, and I am going to call it distance is equal to driver dot find element, and by ID, and the ID I just showed you is distance. And after every Java statement we have to put a semicolon. Now similarly for speed, so I am going to copy this line and paste it here. The next web element is speed, and here the ID is speed. Now I have to find that single select drop down. So for that it needs an import statement. So I can go to the top where all the import statements are and add a import statement. Import org dot openqa dot selenium dot support dot ui dot select. So this is the select class required for the drop down. So here I can write select, I am going to call it travel time, is equal to new select, and within brackets I can give driver dot find element by dot ID, and the ID of that drop down is hours. Next I have to find the calculate button in order to be able to click it. So web element, and I can call it calculate button is equal to driver dot find element, and the ID of the calculate button I saw earlier was calculate. Then there is a result div that shows actually how many travel days will be required. So web element, I'm going to call it result, is equal to driver dot find element by ID, and the ID of that is result. So I found the needed web elements. Now I'm going to put a single line comment here. How to read Excel file in Selenium WebDriver. So I already have the distance web element. So distance dot send keys. Now here I am not going to hard code any data, but get the data from the framework parameters. So for that I have to write mx service dot, there is a method called get param, and the name of the parameter for distance is d. Same thing I can do for the speed input box also. So I'm going to just copy it and paste it here. So in the speed web element, the name of the param is s. For the drop down, the drop down is called travel time web element here in this code. So travel time dot select by visible text, and what text I want to select is, again use the get param method, mx service dot get param, and the name of the param was t. After doing all this, I have to click on the calculate button. So calculate button dot click method. Then after clicking the calculate button, I have also to get the expected result from Excel. So I'm going to create a string variable in Java, string expected result is equal to, and get it from the framework mx service, and call the param method, and the name of the parameter for expected result is e that we set. So this completes the second step of getting the framework parameters to Selenium WebDriver with Java. Now I need to get the actual result. So I'm going to create a string variable in Java. String actual result is equal to, I have the result web element, and very simple to get it using the get text method. Now once I have all the data, I can log it using the framework. A single line comment here, Selenium Java logging, and same built-in mx service has add logline method. And let me log the expected result. The expected result is in Java, in order to combine two strings, we can use the plus operator. So the expected result is, I have the string variable expected result, and let me also log the actual result, and the actual result is that is in the actual result variable. Now after all this, I can do Selenium WebDriver validation. So let me put a single line comment. Using the JUnit assert. So if expected result is present in the actual result, then I am going to pass the case, else fail it. So I'm going to use Java if statement. After if, we have to give a condition in brackets. If actual result dot index of, and what I need to find is expected result, because expected result is, for the first row it is 5, so it should say 5 days or something, is greater than or equal to 0, which means it is at the beginning position or anywhere within the actual result. So if the condition is true, I can put assert dot assert equals and give both of them as true. So this will pass the case. Else I can fail the case. Else assert dot assert equals true comma false. So this is the case. Let me save it and compile it now to see if there are any errors or not. So case is compiled. Now Selenium testing in this Selenium tutorial. I'll click on the run button and click on advanced drop down, and in data driven I can browse for the file. So I have the file here. I'm calling it journey planner test data.xlsx and click on the run button. The framework will automatically do the third step. It will do a child run for every row in the Excel sheet in this Selenium automation testing. So MaxTAF Cloud has started the case execution. So what it does is, it is running the parent case, and within the parent case there are 3 rows in the Excel file. So it is going to run a child case for every row. So here we can see that these are the child runs, sequence number 2, 3 and 4. So the case execution is complete now, and here it has passed the case, and click on the run log, and here this is the parent case and these are the child cases. So let us open this one, and it should have logged what is the expected result and the actual result. So scroll down, and in the log pane it says the expected result is 5 and the actual result is total travel days is equal to 5 days, traveling 2 hours every 24 hours. Click on go to case and click on script tab. So I hope that you learnt Java, how to use Excel files and how to read from Excel file in Java using MaxTAF Cloud framework. That's all in this Selenium tutorial for beginners Java. Please view all of my Selenium tutorials on Selenium 4. You will learn Selenium easily with my Selenium videos. Like this Selenium Java tutorial, my Selenium WebDriver Java tutorials have examples that you can practice. This Selenium training has Java Selenium tutorial from the beginning. Thank you.